Welcome to a new Draw My Life video.
EXO is a South Korean K-pop boy band formed in 2011 by the SM Entertainment Company, and it's one of the most successful bands in the country. To promote themselves, the group was conceived in two different units, EXO-k in South Korea and exo-m in China, singing in both languages. The concept is a reference to the term exoplanet, which means a planet outside of the Earth's solar system. The 12 original members were presented through different videos made by the company. The first one was Kai, and a week later Luhan and Tao were introduced. Then the company presented Sehun, Xiumin, and Ray. With these 6 members, their first single was released on January 29, 2012, What is Love? The single was released simultaneously in Korean and Mandarin Chinese. After its release, the company revealed the remaining members of the band, Do, Chen, Baekhyun, and Chanyeol, as well as the leader Suho and Chris. EXO's official debut was on April 8, 2012, when both units were introduced with the release of the EP Mama and its single of the same name. Both the Korean and Chinese versions were sales successes. After being awarded with the Best New Asian Band Award at the Mnet Asian Music Awards, EXO came back the next year with a bang, with their first studio album EXO-XO. A version of the album was released in Korea and another one in China, both with the track Wolf as the introductory song. The album was a huge success, so much that just a few months later the album was re-edited with a new single, Growl, which was chosen as Song of the Year at the Melon Music Awards of 2013. EXO-XO was the highest-selling album of the year in Korea and made EXO become the first band in the country in 12 years to surpass 1 million copies sold. Taking advantage of their growing popularity, they released a reality show as well as their first Christmas EP, Miracles in December. In May 2014, they made a comeback with their album Overdose. The band used their 2 units to promote their album both in South Korea and China. However, at that time, the leader of exo-m, Chris, decided to sue SM Entertainment and put an end to his contract. Meanwhile, the other members embarked on their first tour, which sold out just in seconds. At the end of the year, another member, Luhan, made the same decision as Chris and abandoned the company, leaving EXO with 10 members. In March 30, 2015, they published their second studio album, Exodus. The Korean version of this album managed to break a new record in sales in the first 24 hours of its release. However, the band had to face another twist when Tao quit in April. That made the Chinese unit of the band dissolve, and EXO went on to have only 9 members. In November of that same year, they debuted in the Japanese market with the single Love Me Right Romantic Universe, which ended up on the top of the Oricon lists. A few days later, they published Lightsaber, which would go out to become part of the soundtrack of the movie Star Wars The Force Awakens. After conquering the Asian market, EXO announced 5 performances in North America as part of their first world tour, EXO-Luxion. Shortly after, they would see how their third album, Exact, would surpass their previous successes thanks to singles like Monster and Lotto. In October 2016, EXO-CBX was formed, a new unit of the band composed of Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin, who launched the EP Hey Mama. At the same time, Ray became the first member to debut solo. His first EP, Lose Control, became a sales success both in South Korea and in China. In December of the same year, EXO came back to the Japanese market with Coming Over. They also published a new EP in Korean and Mandarin and a third Christmas album. All of this made the band become an international phenomenon. Their next album, which didn't have Ray as he was focused on his solo career, was titled The War. It had the catchy single Coco Bop as the introductory track. The choreography of this song became viral and inspired the Coco Bop Challenge. After another world tour and an album in Japanese, EXO took a break to prepare for their next album, although they kept playing in big events. Finally, the band made its comeback in November 2, 2018 with the release of Don't Mess Up My Tempo. A month later, the album was re-edited to include the very successful song Love Shot. This was their third #1 in the World Digital Songs Billboard and became their fifth album to surpass 1 million sales. In April of 2019, Chen debuted solo with his EP April in a Flower. The next month, Xiumin had to do mandatory military service and had to withdraw temporarily from the project. At the same time, another EXO unit was formed, EXO-SC, conformed by the rappers Sehun and Chenyeong. They published the mini-album What a Life. Nowadays, we can enjoy their 7th studio album, Obsession. We can't stop listening to it. Without a doubt, EXO has consolidated itself as one of the most important K-pop bands in recent years. Part of their success is due to their synchronized choreographies, the aesthetic of their performances, and their constant musical evolution. They have also been an inspiration not only to innumerable artists, but also to an entire generation thanks to their social involvement and their charitable actions. We hope they keep inspiring people for a long, long time.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!